Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Crone, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Eldar as we get into the Crone worlds, their home worlds. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day. And of course, if you have any suggestions, comment down below. And don't forget to share these videos with your friends if you find them interesting. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Crone worlds. A Crone world is one of the original homeworlds first colonized by the Eldar as they rose to power tens of thousands of standard years ago. The Crone worlds formed the heart of the lost Eldar Empire before they were consumed by the creation of the vast warp rift called the Eye of Terror, following the birth of Slaanesh. The worlds are now known as Crone worlds to the Eldar, after Morai Heg, the Eldar Crone goddess, who is also the goddess of fate. The entire region where the Crone worlds were located was overtaken by the growth of the Eye of Terror, and the Eldar Empire's homeworlds were consumed by chaos and turned into nightmarish realities that now lie fully within the bounds of the Immaterium. All of the Eldari that inhabited these Eldar metropolises were claimed by Slaanesh. The majority were reduced to lifeless husks, their souls forever gone. Others were enslaved and forced to become servants of Slaanesh. The Crone worlds seem to be synonymous with the planets now designated as demon worlds by the Imperium of Man. They are now domains of the ruinous powers and their servants, along with many ancient Eldar who have been trapped within the warp since the fall of the Eldar. So horrible is the existence on one of these worlds that these trapped souls desperately yearn for the sweet release of death and the consumption of their souls by Slaanesh. On some worlds, the trapped Eldari call out to their craftworld brethren for help. Their psychic presence act like siren calls, luring Eldar to their own death. On other worlds, these slaves are corrupted by their Chaos Lords and forced to recreate their most heinous acts from their past. These acts are recreations of pleasure cult rituals and ceremonies that created Slaanesh in the first place. The sorrow felt in each Eldari still sends psychic shockwaves to their brethren. These worlds remain vitally important to the survival of the Eldar, as they are the only source of new spirit stones. These are powerful and precious gems that are used to store Eldar souls once the Eldari dies. Without these stones, the souls of the slain Eldar would be consumed by Slaanesh. Journeys to the Crone worlds constitutes entering the most dangerous area of the galaxy, and many of the craftworld Eldar who go to these Crone worlds seek new spirit stones or other valuable artifacts, but never return. Those that do are often so badly wounded in mind and spirit that they soon seek the solace of infinity circuits. Besides spirit stones, many other valuable artifacts of the ancient Eldar civilization and their culture survive the fall of the Eldar and still exist somewhere on the Crone worlds for the taking, if any dare to claim them. While the majority of the Crone worlds were originally claimed by Slaanesh, the constant turmoil between Chaos Gods has meant that the possession of these planets has changed hands many times. As such, the Chaos Gods have been able to utilize the Eldar trapped in these worlds in a variety of different ways. Nurgle, for instance, has used these planets as testing grounds for Eldari pathogens and viruses, infecting the poor Eldar souls for the purpose of spreading a disease that can finally wipe out the entire Eldar species. Grandfather Nurgle understands that once the Eldar dies, their souls would be claimed by Slaanesh, and so he has been incredibly successful at bringing Eldar to the brink of death, only to save them through his blessings. Grotesque-looking creatures fill the planet as the prolonged exposure to Nurgle's gifts has morphed the appearance of the once elegant Eldar physique. Nurgle's favorite diseases are those that corrupt the Eldar face. The sophisticated bone structure the Eldar are most known for is eaten away, and the skin droops down the Eldar's face, making it impossible to see or even speak. As the Eldar attempts to breathe, a horrifying nasal gargling can be heard, much like the bulldogs of old Earth. The limbs are another one of Nurgle's favorite targets, as he manifests disorders that elongate the arms, fingers, legs, and toes of the Eldar, causing immense irritating pain. Weakened by these mutations, the Eldar are forced to become immobile, causing the once beautiful walkways of the Eldar's old empire to be littered with stretched out, dying corpse-like figures laying on the floor. Nurgle's experimentations do not end with the Eldar. He infects every living flora and fauna native to these Crone worlds. No plant or animal is left unmutated by the corruption of Grandfather Nurgle. Graceful vines that perfectly grew on the ancient Eldar architecture are mutated and turned into pus-oozing roots that heave as if they are about to regurgitate. Nurgle and his minions are prepared with a whole host of viruses and pathogens that could devastate the once proud and powerful Eldar race. The value of trapping an entire craft world and denying Slaanesh the pleasure of consuming these souls is a major incentive to the Lord of Decay. Sadly, the only Chaos God willing to grant death to the Eldari stranded on a Crone world is the Lord of Skulls. When Khorne conquers a Crone world, he cares little for the psychically powerful Eldar pleading for help. He would much rather watch his minions butcher every damned soul and gift the planet to one of his mighty generals or demon princes. Tzeentch, on the other hand, is much more interested in discovering the many ancient and psychically powerful relics of the Eldar Empire of old. The God of Change lays out many paths pointing to these artifacts, enticing his devotees to recover them. Tzeentch has even been known to lure Eldar to these worlds. He knows that even though much of the webway that led to these Crone worlds was destroyed during the birth of Slaanesh, there are still many Harlequins that know how to circumvent these treacherous roads, and calling them toward the demon world gives the Changer of Ways an opportunity to uncover these secrets. Eldar who wish to recover and explore their ancient homes must face all of these threats, but the rewards are monumental for the restoration of their culture. All matter of wisdom is hidden deep beneath the twisting effects of the Immaterium. While most Eldar craft worlds have been able to move on from their past, the Eldar craft world of Yggdrasil has been at the forefront of a restoration campaign. The Eldar of Yggdrasil have constantly waged war against the forces of chaos in their quest to secure both spirit stones and any lost technology of the ancient Eldar Empire on these long-lost Crone worlds. The Eldar of Yggdrasil hope to secure not only the Tears of Isha, but also ancient technologies and doomsday artifacts with which to tip the balance of fate. Dutiful and fierce, the gifted seers of the craft world labor long in their hunt for the hidden secrets of the Crone worlds. Yggdrasil is structured around a largely matriarchal craft world society, fostering many howling banshee shrines and female autarchs. Craft world Yggdrasil includes more female warriors within its rank than any other craft world. The legends of this craft world tell of a pact their ancestors made with the goddess Morai Heg. 7 times 7 of Yggdrasil's warrior women became the goddess's deathly handmaidens, so their sisters might enjoy especially long and fruitful lives, free of her cursing touch. The world rune of Yggdrasil, known as the Wisdom of Pain, and also the Hand of Heg, is a reference to the Eldar myth wherein Morai Heg, the Crone goddess, persuaded the war god Cain to sever her hand so that she could drink of her own wisdom. The Eldar of this craft world make frequent references to this act, claiming that no knowledge is truly claimed without sacrifice. Besides Yggdrasil, many other craft worlds have attempted to raid their ancient homes. 12 Alatok Wraith Knights plundered waystones from the ruins of the Crone world of Belial IV. The demon host of the Crone world attacked in force, but the Eldar were able to forge a path back to their webway portal and escape unharmed. Great weapons of war have been forged with materials recovered from Crone worlds, like the Maugtar, the weapon of Mogan Ra, Phoenix Lord of the Eldar, and the first of the Dark Reaper's aspect warriors. Mogan Ra, dissatisfied with the conventional firearms, wanted to create a weapon that could harvest the souls of those it killed, a weapon fit for a Reaper in the war god's image. Mogan Ra's quest to build this weapon took him and a group of acolytes to the Eldar Crone worlds. There he found death-infused wraithbone that he took from the planet's world shrine, an ancient repository of souls that was guarded by a mighty keeper of secrets, who was drawing the countless spirits from within for the purpose of feeding she who thirsts. While his Dark Reapers fired volley after volley of Starstrike missiles into the demon, weakening it, Mogan Ra approached and slew the beast with a single mighty blow, before harvesting the Black Deathbone from the Infinity Circuit. Then the Phoenix Lord, accompanied by a lone Exarch, proceeded to the very heart of the stricken world, to a hidden chamber that housed a shard of the bloody-handed god himself, the god of war Cain. There, Mogan Ra turned on the Exarch, sacrificing him and conducting dark rituals to awaken an avatar. As the war god's mortal proxy awoke, Mogan Ra took up a piece of star metal in the shape of a great scythe and thrusted it deep into the avatar's heart. The creature's molten blood tempered the hardened blade and imbued it with the strength of Cain himself. He unleashed the Avatar upon the demons and went in search for his final target. Mogan Ra battled his way across the Crone world surface and through subterranean vaults, slaying the servants of Slaanesh. Countless demons fell to his weapon before he located what he sought, the sanctum of the seers, who had guided the people of this world to their death. There he found that those unfortunate souls were still alive, if their conditions could be called life. Withered husks, unable to move but still possessing a ferocious psychic might, they attacked the Phoenix Lord with conjured beasts and magical fire. But he killed every creature, fighting through the flames and strangling each of the witches, an act of murdering brothers said to have torn Mogan Ra's soul in two. Then, taking the spirit stones from their desiccated corpses, Mogan Ra turned his back on the benighted world and returned to the light of gentler suns. Thus, the Mogtar was forged, a weapon born from the remains of the Eldar's ancient planet. Eldar are not the only race that know of the ancient powers hidden on a Crone world. The Space Marine chapter, Brothers of Anvil, were tasked to infiltrate the Crone world of Belial IV, and when the Astartes landed on the demon world, they were caught cleansing the tumbling spires erected during the time of the original Eldar Empire by the Drukhari Kabbalites. A battle erupted, and the Astartes were captured by the Drukhari, who were on the ancient world searching for arcane artifacts from the Eldari's lost past. Eventually, the Brothers of Anvil were corrupted, and they became the Chaos Space Marine warband, known as the Deathmongers. Crone worlds have also been the perfect place for Chaos worshippers to show their immense devotion to their gods, sometimes by sacrificing friend and foe. Such was the case during the Horus Heresy, when the Primarch Fulgrim convinced his brother Perturabo to accompany him to the planet of Idris. The Crone world Idris was a world said to have been favored by the goddess Lilith, and thought to be the home of a forbidden Xenos weapon known as the Angel Exterminatus. It had been hidden in the grave of its doom, a weapon of such power that the stars themselves turned upon it rather than allow it to escape its prison. Unfortunately, the weapon was not the goal of Fulgrim, as his real goal was to sacrifice his brother Primarch and gain demonhood. Fulgrim successfully became a demon Primarch thanks to his patron Slaanesh, and the Crone world and its trapped inhabitants were completely annihilated. And those were 40 facts on the Crone worlds. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends. It really helps out the channel when you do so. You could share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you guys use. Thank you so much for that. Crone worlds are awesome. If you're building terrain, Crone worlds are a perfect place to just play around with Eldar terrain that doesn't necessarily look like Eldar terrain 100%. You don't have to buy GW stuff. You could just mess around with different Eldar aesthetics, but make it or twist them in your own way, and then it kind of looks like, you know, a Crone world. It used to be part of the Eldar Empire, and now it's all corrupted or decayed or changed. Also, if you're building a campaign, having the destination or having one of the destinations be a Crone world is an excellent way to introduce different factions, specifically Chaos and Eldar, into your campaign. But then at the same time, it lets you play around with relics found within these Crone worlds. It's almost like talking about the old ones, where you can come up with just about any type of technology. Same thing with the Eldar. You can create technology, or you can create artifacts that are psychic in nature and give boosts to like different special characters. Crone worlds are just awesome for you know, just imagining pretty much anything within Warhammer 40K. So I hope this inspired you to do so. While I was reading it, one of the things that I wanted to mention, but I just couldn't squeeze in there, is in Eisenhorn Xenos, that book, it explained a world within the warp where it was like, it was just dimensionally awkward. Like, you would look at the floor and the tiles seemed to be like regular squares, but they would morph, and they were more than what it was. And it kind of reminded me of like the warping effects of Tzeentch and Slaanesh, and how you can mess around with that idea within your own lore. So you can boost different aspects of a unit, or you know, push down any or hinder any type of unit based on the fact that Crone worlds have this